Hi there! When we think of buying a smart TV for our living room, we usually want the biggest screen possible. But price eventually becomes the deciding factor. Well, I have a surprise for you. This is the newly launched 75-inch Onida Google TV for just 89,999, and it has everything that you need. All the popular OTT apps, then you have Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, there's also MEMC on board and a lot more. I've been using this TV for over 2 weeks, and there's one thing I can tell you, it's like having a theater in your home. A theater where you can stream and enjoy content from all your OTT apps. The experience is next level. Let me take you through a quick unboxing followed by an in-depth review. We'll be talking about the pros and cons so you can decide if you should buy the 75-inch Onida TV or not. Let's begin. So here is the retail box packaging with Onida branding in the front. It's a mammoth size. Some key features are mentioned below: HDR10, Dolby Vision, Atmos, MEMC, 2GB RAM with 16GB storage. On the side are the manufacturing details, the contents of the box, and the MRP of 98,990. Now by any means, you shouldn't be unboxing this yourself. Neither did I. Onida will be sending some technicians who will unbox it, set it up for you on the table or wall mounted as per your preference at no extra cost. So inside the box is the TV itself. Then you have some paperwork that includes the setup guide, a metal wall mount bracket with some screws and bolts, a power cable, an AV input adapter. This is for set-top boxes that lack an HDMI port, 2 metal stands, matte black finish, really good quality, and finally the remote. Now this is a Bluetooth/infrared remote, very functional. You can see it has a D-pad in the center, number buttons on the top, Google Assistant, settings button, back button, home button, then you have the volume up and down, then you have shortcut keys for Netflix, YouTube, Prime videos and apps. Really nice and simple to use remote. Sadly, no batteries in the box. Now there are a couple of things to keep in mind those who are considering this 75-inch TV. First, make sure you have a wall big enough. Of course, we all have walls bigger than this, but make sure there is ample space around it for ventilation. Then if you're planning to table mount this TV, make sure you have a table big enough and it is at the correct height because you don't want to strain your neck. And of course, the biggest point, make sure that the viewing distance between the TV and yourself is minimum of 8 to 10 feet. See, if you're too close, you lose context of what you're watching and it might feel a little pixelated. You need to have at least 10 feet of distance to really enjoy this mammoth TV. So these are points to keep in mind. So we have fixed the stands and set up the TV on the table, and yes, this is really huge. The frame is super slim and is made of solid metal. It's almost bezel-less, giving the TV a very premium look. The lower bezel is also quite slim, matte texture piano finish with Onida branding in the center. The metal stands look really sleek and at the same time provide a solid grip on the table. The distance between the two stands is 62 inches. It will be helpful for those looking to place it on the table. Here are the dimensions: 67 inches in length and 40 inches in height. This will be helpful if you're planning to wall mount the TV. The back too is made of metal, solid and extremely well built. The power input port is on the right, while all the rest of the ports are on the left. You might have to stretch a bit to reach them if the TV is wall mounted. Starting from the top, one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0 port, Ethernet, antenna, optical, 3 HDMI ports, headphone jack and an AV input. So all HDMI ports are HDMI 2.1 and the HDMI 1 port supports eARC, so you can connect it to soundbars and home theater system for digital audio output. Let's have a quick look at the specifications. So the 4K VA panel with a resolution of 3840 by 2160 pixels. This is a D-LED panel which is direct LED, comes with 330 nits of peak brightness, 60 Hz refresh rate, Dolby Vision and HDR10 support. It also comes with MEMC support, 24 watt sound output with Dolby Atmos support, and it's running the latest Google TV OS. Alright, let's talk about the main deal, the display. First, the sheer size makes your jaw drop. It's immersive to the next level. Trust me, it feels so much more alive than ever before. You can watch movies that you've already seen before for a whole new experience. Just to give you a rough idea, a 75-inch TV is 86% bigger than a 55-inch TV, almost double. Now most people think that 75-inch or 55-inch में सिर्फ 20 इंच का फर्क है, which is true, but that's diagonally. So it's got much more surface area than a 55-inch. The color reproduction is very impressive. It has the right amount of punch and at the same time feels natural. Onida claims 330 nits of peak brightness, which provides a pretty satisfying experience. Here's an HDR video which looks absolutely amazing. Now here's the same video during the day in a well-lit room. You can see it's equally clear and crisp. Check out the contrast. Here's a sample video showing the brightest whites and the deepest blacks. Blacks are almost perfect, while whites too are quite bright. There are no color spills or white trails either. It comes with a VA panel, but still, viewing angles are pretty decent. No drastic shift in color or tones. Then there's also MEMC support, which provides a far more fluid viewing experience, especially when you're watching documentaries and sports content. The fun of watching your favorite sports match with this amount of smoothness on such a huge display, it feels like you're in the stadium. Then we've also been testing the set-top box. Here are some SD channels, and I would say the upscaling is pretty good. Noise reduction helps in making even SD channels very much viewable. And finally, here are HD channels. And trust me, they feel almost like 4K. Really good. We all know a lot of people still use set-top boxes, and the Onida TV will provide a pretty satisfying experience. Then we also played some content from our pen drive, and thanks to USB 3.0, videos played instantly. All popular formats like MKV, MP4, AVI, MOV, throw whatever you got and it worked on the default player without any hiccups. Even scrolling back and forth is super quick. Then we tested some apps, starting with YouTube. Now this is a 4K HDR video, totally playing lag-free at full 4K. Make sure you have a fast Wi-Fi connection. Then we also tested the Netflix app. It's really well optimized and smooth to navigate. You can also spot the Dolby Vision Atmos logo on some of the supported Dolby content. Here is a Dolby Vision video. Wow, the colors and tones look really good. Dolby Vision adds a layer of depth to the viewing experience. It's something you'll absolutely going to enjoy. Similarly, we also tested other popular OTT apps like Prime Videos, Sony Live, ZEE5, and they all worked perfectly. When it comes to features, Onida has made sure it ticks all the right boxes. Firstly, two-way Bluetooth, where you first can connect the TV to any home theater or a Bluetooth earphone for wireless audio. And second is where you connect your phone or laptop to the TV and play the music from the TV speakers. This is such a handy feature. Use your TV as a Bluetooth speaker. Best part, you can turn off the display to save electricity. Then the other cool feature is meeting mode. Here you can wirelessly connect your Windows PC, your Mac laptops, Android phone and even your iPhone to the TV. We tested most of them, and though there is some lag, but still it works perfect for presentations and sharing holiday pictures with your family. Then there's also a Google Voice Assistant on the remote, so you can search for content, you can ask it for general trivia questions, you can ask it for the weather, or simply ask it to launch apps. Coming to the OS. Well, it's the standard Google TV OS, but looks even prettier on this huge display. Full screen carousel of trending content, top picks for you, then there are apps row, there's Netflix, Prime Videos, YouTube, two-way Bluetooth. Of course, you can rearrange the order as per your preference. Then further below is recommended content from multiple OTT apps. It's also divided into categories. Overall, the interface is quite smooth. If you go into the settings, you can see it's running Android TV 11 OS. Going to the storage, out of 16 GB, only 7.2 GB is available, out of which 4.3 GB is free. Now it might not seem a lot, but enough to install apps and games. Then you can download tons of apps and games from the app section. All popular OTT apps as well as multimedia tools are available here. When it comes to games, you might need a gamepad for some to work. We played Beach Buggy and it worked perfectly fine. Pretty cool for basic casual gaming. Coming to the audio. So the 75-inch variant comes with two 12-watt speakers, giving a total output of 24 watt. And it comes with Dolby Atmos support. Time for a quick demo.
It's a team of international criminals.
The biggest oil heist in history.
It's not personal.
Alright, so the audio I'd say is decent. Nothing extraordinary, but not bad either. It gets quite loud, but at times I wish it got louder. Overall, very balanced experience. However, if you really want to enjoy a true theatre-like experience with Dolby Atmos, I suggest to invest in a soundbar. I'm sure that's something you won't regret. Alright, final thoughts. So, the 75-inch Onida TV is an extremely good package at an affordable price if entertainment is your priority. It has all the popular OTT apps you need, then it has MEMC on board, there's Dolby Vision, there's Dolby Atmos, there's two-way Bluetooth, there's meeting mode, there's so much here. But keep in mind it lacks VRR, so even though you can use it for console gaming, it won't provide the best experience. For 90,000 rupees, if you want a really big TV with all the good features, this is truly a good package. You can buy it right away from Flipkart. I'll share the links of the 75-inch and the other sizes as well. If you like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, mention them down in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.